Well, good evening. Good evening. How's everybody doing? Welcome to another Pro Wrestling Talk video brought to you by Blitzball Champ Gaming here on the U to the Tube. I'm your host, Blitzball Champ Jason Ingram. So, for this video, I'm gonna recap the final standings of the Best of Super Juniors 30 B Block. So the B block finished up today. So now I'll go over the B block standings. Did the A block the previous day. Gonna focus on the B block for this video. And I'm going to give my preview of the upcoming AEW Double or Nothing pay-per-view. I know I originally was going to wait until Friday, but being that I will be at Animazement, I'm not too sure I will get a chance to do this preview then, so I decided that I'm going to go ahead and do the preview in this video. Excuse me. So, we're going to do those two things for this video. But before we get started, I want to remind everybody to be sure to check out the link in the description for Game Beauty for an awesome lineup of video game themed makeup and cosmetic products. And if you see something you like and you want to make a purchase, be sure to use the promo code BlitzballChamp, all in caps, and you can get 10% off of your order. So be sure to check that out. Okay. First off, we are going to start with the final standings of the B block of the New Japan Pro Wrestling Best of Super Juniors 30 tournament. So we already know from the A block that the top seed is Speedball Mike Bailey. The runner-up was Teton. So let's take a look at the final standings of the B block after the last matches have happened, and let's find out who advances to the playoff round from the B block. All right, let's do it. Okay, here you are, the final standings of the B block. So, finishing at the bottom with 4 points is Bushi. Definitely not a great tournament for him. He finishes with a record of 2-7. Victories over Yoshinobu Kanemaru and a big upset over Francesco Akira, but losses to El Desperado, Yo, Master Wato, Kevin Knight, Robbie Eagles, Dan Maloney, and Clark Connors. So, a really rough tournament for Bushi. All right. We got two competitors that finished with 6 points apiece, and that was Kevin Knight and Yoshinobu Kanemaru. So let's start with Yoshinobu Kanemaru. Finishes with a record of 3-6. Victories over El Desperado, Yo, and Dan Maloney, but losses to Master Wato, Kevin Knight, Bushi, Robbie Eagles, Francesco Akira, and Clark Connors. Started off strong, but then just fell apart. All right, Kevin Knight, also 3-6. Or excuse me. Hold up. Yeah, 3-6. I was right. Victories over Yoshinobu Kanemaru, Bushi, and Dan Maloney, but losses to El Desperado, Yo, Master Wato, Robbie Eagles, Francesco Akira, and Clark Connors. He had a really rough tournament as well, but was able to scrounge up a few victories. All right. We had 3 competitors that finished with 8 points total. And they were Francesco Akira, Dan Maloney, and Clark Connors. Let's take a look at Clark Connors. Clark Connors finished with a final record of 4-5. Victories over Kevin Knight, Yoshinobu Kanemaru, Bushi, and Francesco Akira, but losses to El Desperado, Yo, Master Wato, Robbie Eagles, and Dan Maloney. All right, Dan Maloney. Same record, 4-5. Victories over Yo, Bushi, Robbie Eagles, and Clark Connors, but losses to El Desperado, Master Wato, Kevin Knight, Yoshinobu Kanemaru, and Francesco Akira. Then Francesco Akira, 4-5. Victories over Kevin Knight, Yoshinobu Kanemaru, Robbie Eagles, and Dan Maloney, but losses to El Desperado, Yo, Master Wato, Bushi, and Clark Connors. All right, we had one competitor finish with 10 points. Had a pretty good tournament, but not quite enough to finish in the top 2. And that is Robbie Eagles. Robbie Eagles finished with a final record of 5-4. Victories over Yo, Kevin Knight, Yoshinobu Kanemaru, Bushi, and Clark Connors, but losses to El Desperado, Master Wato, Francesco Akira, and Dan Maloney. All right, we had one competitor finish pretty much in third place with a total of 12 points. Came very close, but not quite enough. And that is Yo. Yo finished with a record of 6-3. Victories over El Desperado, Master Wato, Kevin Knight, Bushi, Francesco Akira, and Clark Connors. And the 3 losses were to Yoshinobu Kanemaru, Robbie Eagles, and Dan Maloney. Man, Yo came really, really close. It really came down to the last match for him. He came very, very close. All right. And then you have your final 2 competitors that finished in the top 2 at 14 points apiece. And that is runner-up Master Wato and B-Block winner, top seed, El Desperado. All right, let's start with Master Wato. Master Wato finished with a final record of 7-2. Very impressive for Master Wato. Victories over Kevin Knight, Yoshinobu Kanemaru, Bushi, Robbie Eagles, Francesco Akira, Dan Maloney, and Clark Connors. And the 2 losses were to El Desperado and Yo, which isn't too surprising. All right. And then the top seed from the A block, or excuse me, the B block, El Desperado. Same record, 7-2. Victories over Master Wato, Kevin Knight, Bushi, Robbie Eagles, Francesco Akira, Dan Maloney, and Clark Connors. His 2 losses were to Yo and Yoshinobu Kanemaru. So, we now have our final 4. So, looking back at the A block, it'll be Mike Bailey and Teton. B block, El Desperado, Master Wato. Now, the way the playoff format is going to work, Mike Bailey, being the A block top seed, will actually face Master Wato, the runner-up of the B block. And then the top seed from the B block, El Desperado, will face the runner-up from Block A, Teton. So those are your final 4. Those are your 2 semifinal matchups. Speedball Mike Bailey versus Master Wato, El Desperado versus Teton. Now, out of those 4 competitors, to be honest with you, I personally think out of these 4, I think it's going to come down between Mike Bailey and El Desperado. Because I honestly do not see Master Wato beating Speedball. I don't see it. I'm sorry. I just don't see it. Teton over El Desperado, I don't see it. I really don't see it. And, you know, if you look at the paths of each wrestler, of how they got to this point, I mean, let's keep it real. Master Wato had the easiest path. Because, I mean, look at who he's beat. Kevin Knight, Yoshinobu Kanemaru, Bushi, Robbie Eagles, Francesco Akira, Dan Maloney, Clark Connors. I mean, think about it. Who has he really beat that's a big name? Okay, I'll give you Robbie Eagles. I'll give you that one. But everybody else, I mean, it's not really a big name. And then when you think about it, look at the 2 matches Master Wato lost to, El Desperado and Yo. So that should tell you something. So I do not see Master Wato as a favorite. I mean, you look at El Desperado's path. I mean, look at who he's beat. He's beat Robbie Eagles. I mean, he beat Master Wato, who was the top guy. I mean, he's pretty much, you know, beat a lot of names there. But El Desperado is a little bit more established. Well, actually, a lot more established than Master Wato. El Desperado has at least been IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion before. So, I don't know. I just feel like Master Wato's path, I mean, yeah, he finished in the top 2, but really the only person he's beaten was Robbie Eagles. That's a really big name. And then when you think about it, you know, really the only big names that stand out to me in the B block are El Desperado and Robbie Eagles, to be honest with y'all. So I would have to say the B block is weaker than the A block. Because, I mean, you look at the A block, I mean, look at all who Speedball has beaten. Ryusuke Taguchi, Leo Rush, Hiromu Takahashi, Teton, TJP, Sho. I mean, yeah, he lost to Ishimori and Kushida, which, I mean, I get it. But Speedball, I mean, he's beat some big names. I mean, including the champ. And same thing for Teton. Look at who Teton's beaten. Teton's beaten Leo Rush, Kushida, Hiromu, TJP. I mean, A block competitors had the hardest paths. Let's keep it real. But all in all, I think it's going to come down to between Speedball Mike Bailey and El Desperado in the finals. And I think El Desperado ends up winning the Best of Super Juniors 30. As much as I would love Speedball Mike Bailey to pull it off, I don't think he will. I really don't think he will. But you never know. You never know. But it's been quite an interesting tournament. I will say that. It's been a very interesting tournament. And it's even an interesting Final Four. I mean, Speedball, Teton, Master Wato, Desperado. That's quite an interesting Final Four when you think about it. But I just think that, like I said, I don't see Master Wato beating Speedball, and I don't see Teton beating Despy. I don't see it. I really don't. But we'll see what happens. But those are your final standings for the B block. And playoffs are set, which I believe, if I remember correctly, the playoffs will be, hold on. I believe they will be May 27th is the semifinals. And then I think the finals will be on Sunday. Hold on, let me just check. Oh, actually, no. The semis will be this Friday, actually. Yeah, so the two semifinal matches will be this Friday, May 26th. And then the finals will be Sunday, May 28th. Okay. Fair enough. So Friday, then Sunday. So folks got a break, because today's Wednesday. So they got a break. Friday they do the semifinals. They get another break. Sunday will be the finals. Cool deal. Should be good. Should be really good. Okay. With that taken care of, let's go ahead and switch gears to AEW Double or Nothing, which takes place May 28th, this Sunday, May 28th, at the T-Mobile Arena in Paradise, Nevada, which I believe is in, Las Vegas. But yeah, we got 9 matches for this show. But I first want to give out a big congratulations to Aussie Open, Mark Davis and Kyle Fletcher, as they have been signed to AEW. They are all elite now. So congratulations to them. I know Kyle Fletcher had an opportunity at the AEW International Championship on Dynamite, but it's really good to see that they signed with AEW. Apparently they had a chance to pick either AEW or WWE, because word was WWE was interested in them, but they went with AEW. So congratulations to Aussie Open. They are now all elite. And hopefully, once Mark Davis recovers from injury, they can compete in the tag division in AEW and hopefully win AEW gold. We'll see. Anyway, let's get to previewing the matches for AEW Double or Nothing. Now, there's 9 total matches. So for this first one, unfortunately, I wasn't able to find the match graphic for this. But for the other ones, I did. But first match I want to talk about is the 6-man tag team match, which is on one side you have Ethan Page and the Gunns of Austin Gunn and Colten Gunn, and they will be taking on the Hardy Party, made up of Isiah Kassidy and the Hardy Boys, Matt and Jeff Hardy. The stipulation is if the Hardy Party wins, then Matt Hardy will own Ethan Page's contract. So, interesting stipulation there. This is a tough one. This is a really, really tough one. Because if I remember correctly, I think the Hardys recently won the firm deletion, if I remember correctly. So, yeah, as far as how I think this will turn out, I don't know. I mean, I know this has definitely been kind of back and forth. And it does finally need to come to an end. I'm not going to even front. I don't know, y'all. Because the Hardys and company won the firm deletion match. So it's like, do you have Ethan and the Gunns come back and win this match? That's the tough part. That's the really, really tough part. I mean, well, as much as I would really love the Hardy Party to win, I just feel like some way, somehow, Ethan Page and the Gunns are going to pull this one off. That's what I think. Mainly because the Hardy Party recently won the firm deletion match, so yeah, I'm going to go with Ethan Page and the Gunns. I hope I'm wrong, but I got a feeling that's how it's going to go. But we shall see. We shall see. All right. Now, let's go into our next match, which I do have the graphic here for. All right, we got ourselves an unsanctioned match. We got Chris Jericho versus Adam Cole, baby. With special enforcer for this match being Sabu. Now, this one I'm kind of not too sure. Because as much as I could see Adam Cole winning this match, I don't know. I feel like they have the momentum, so part of me feels like Chris Jericho might be able to pull this off. But I don't know. I don't know. This one's kind of tough. You know what? I'm gonna take a chance and go Adam Cole. Mainly because it wasn't that long that he just returned. So, yeah, Adam Cole. I'm going to go Adam Cole. But I would not be shocked if Chris Jericho pulled it off. I wouldn't be shocked if he pulled it off. But I'm going to go Adam Cole. And I mean, with it being an unsanctioned match, it's not going to count on the record anyway, right? But, I mean, hey. Maybe that could be the incentive of how Jericho wins. I don't know. But we shall see. Okay. Next up. All right, we got the TBS. Whoa, let me unzoom it. Here we go. We got the TBS Championship. The champion, Jade Cargill, defends against Taya Valkyrie. This is a rematch, actually. This is a rematch. Okay, with this one, I mean, as tired as I am of seeing Jade with this title, in the back of my mind, I feel like they're going to have her hold on to it until Chris Statlander returns. And then Chris Statlander's going to win it. No shade against Taya Valkyrie, but I don't know. Jade hasn't reached 100 victories. Not like I want her to, but something tells me that they probably won't have her lose until she reaches 100 wins. I mean, I thought it was going to be the case once she reached 50 wins, but she's still undefeated. So, honestly, at this point, I think they're going to have her retain the title, get to 100 wins, and maybe by that time Chris Statlander will be back and she takes the title. That's my prediction. So for now, I'm going to say Jade Cargill retains. As much as I don't want that, I think that's what's going to happen. But we'll see. Okay. Let's go ahead and go to the other women's championship. Why not? All right. AEW Women's World Championship. You have the champion, Jamie Hayter, defending against Toni Storm. Of course, these two ladies know each other very, very well. These two ladies are former best friends. But I'm going to have to go with Jamie Hayter retaining the title. I mean, I just don't see Toni Storm pulling this off. So, I'm going to go Jamie Hayter retaining the AEW Women's World Championship. Although it would be nice if they saved this match for All Out at Wembley Stadium. I think that would have been a lot better. But it is what it is. Okay. Let's see. For this next one. Hold up. I just lost track of my graphics. Okay. Here we go. Ah, dang it. Hold on. One moment. Ah, here we go. Alrighty. Next up, we got the AEW International Championship on the line in a Blackjack Battle Royale. Now, the champion, Orange Cassidy, is putting his title on the line against 21. So it's a 21-man Blackjack Battle Royale. And so far, we know that some of the competitors are Aaron Solo, QT Marshall, Powerhouse Hobbs, Ricky Starks. We don't know who the other competitors are, but this is going to be quite a huge test for Orange Cassidy. And if you ask me, I think this is where he loses the title. I do. I think this is where he loses the title. I don't know who I could see him losing to, but that's who I see him losing in this match. I just don't see him walking away with the title after this. Not to mention, I mean, he's defended this title consistently pretty well and has... Now that I think about it, let me see how many successful defenses he's had so far. Because I'm curious. Orange Cassidy. Let me see how many successful defenses he's had. So he's had the title for 225 days and has had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. This man has had 22 successful defenses of this title. Of course, that includes when the title was the All-Atlantic Championship, of course. But still, y'all, 22 defenses? That's crazy. 22. Like, I don't know, y'all. I just feel like it's probably time for him to lose that title. I mean, 22 and Double or Nothing will be defense number 23. Shoot. I think he's done enough with this title. And I think he ends up losing it at Double or Nothing. I do. To who? I don't know. But I think he ends up losing it at Double or Nothing. So, that's my prediction on that. Let's see. Who we got next? Oh, yeah. Let's go ahead and do this one. TNT Championship defended in a ladder match. The champion, Wardlow, will defend against Christian Cage. And, of course, Luchasaurus will be in Christian Cage's corner. You know, part of me does kind of see Christian Cage pulling this off. And you know what? I wouldn't be mad at it. You know what? Bump it. I'm gonna take a gamble. I'm going Christian Cage. Oh, and of course, Wardlow will probably have Arn Anderson in his corner. But I really believe it's probably not a bad idea to put the title on Christian Cage. You know? Why not? So, yeah. I'm going to go with Christian Cage. Some way, somehow, he picks up the victory and becomes new TNT champion. Should be good. All right. Let's see. Next up, oh yeah, let's go ahead and do this one. All right, we got the AEW World Tag Team Championships on the line. As the champions, North Carolina's own FTR defend the titles against Jay Lethal and Jeff Jarrett, with Mark Briscoe being the special guest referee. Now, personally, I'm really getting sick and tired of Jay Lethal, Jeff Jarrett competing as a tag team. I'd rather have Jay Lethal compete as a single star, but that's just me. But you know what? I'm still picking FTR to retain the titles. So, I got FTR retaining. Alright. Let's see. Let's go ahead and go into this one. Which, I'm assuming this this might end up being the main event, but I don't know. It could be the main event, but we'll see. Alright. Anarchy in the Arena. Which I assume will be no DQ, weapons free, falls count anywhere sort of thing. That's what I'm guessing. Anyway, it will be the Elite against the Blackpool Combat Club. Of course, Hangman Adam Page returns and joins the Elite. So he'll be teaming up with the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega. And then, of course, taking on the Blackpool Combat Club, Jon Moxley, Claudio Castagnoli, Bryan Danielson, Wheeler Yuta. To be honest with you, this one's kind of hard to pick. Because I could honestly see it going either way. I could see it going either way. I really could. But you know what? I'm going to go with the Blackpool Combat Club. You know, as much as I want the Elite to win, I just feel like the Blackpool Combat Club is a little more loaded. Just a little more loaded. I mean, Mox, Danielson, Claudio. I mean, just those three together. Yikes. So, I'm going to go with Blackpool Combat Club. But I wouldn't be mad if I was wrong. Wouldn't be mad if I was wrong. But we will see what happens. But definitely, that should be a really, really fun and entertaining match. And then finally, which could possibly be the main event, you know, either Anarchy in the Arena or this one, the AEW World Championship on the line in a fatal four-way. The champion, MJF, will defend against Jungle Boy Jack Perry, Darby Allin, and Sammy Guevara. Now, I think this has the opportunity to really showcase the mess out of all four wrestlers, including the three non-title holders, to a high degree. And I hope they do just that and they give these four men tons of time. I really do. But I'm picking MJF to retain. I'm picking him to retain. I think the others will come close, but I think MJF sneaks away and retains the title. But, you know, I wouldn't be surprised because I just feel like he needs to hold on to the title a little longer. You know, just personally, I think he needs to hold on to it a little longer. Maybe hold on to it maybe till the end of the year or near the end of the year. Maybe he loses it at full gear. But we'll see. But this is looking like a very good card. 9 matches. You know, we got, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 title matches out of 9? That's not bad at all. That's not bad at all, y'all. Pretty much every title is being defended except for the 6-man, the trios titles. But not bad. Not bad at all. I think this is going to be a very great show. Looking forward to it. But that will do it for this video. Don't forget to check out the link in the description for Game Beauty. And also, let me know what y'all's thoughts are. What are your thoughts on the Final Four set for the Best of Super Juniors tournament? Who do you think will advance to the finals? And who do you think will win the Best of Super Juniors tournament? Also, what are your predictions on Double or Nothing? What do you think of the card? Who do you think's gonna walk out victorious? Which titles do you see changing hands? Let me know what your thoughts are. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell while you're at it. And thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the content. For another Pro Wrestling Talk video brought to you by Blitzball Champ Gaming here on the U to the Tube, I'm your host, Jason Ingram. Hope everybody has a blessed day tomorrow, and I will see y'all in the next video. Take care. God bless. Peace.